Hi, it's Aaron and it's March 26, 2025, and I'm here at the studio once more to record a YouTube video. Now, where I am at with this journey is still at the very start, so I know that my videos might seem a bit repetitive in the way they like look and feel, but where I am at now is that I know what works for my life in this moment in time. So what is the purpose of this video is to share with you a bit more about what I've been doing in the last few weeks, what has been going really right, and what needs to be changed as of now, like as of today. So the video today, I think most video at least once per week will be based on where I am with my life and what is going on. And then as the weeks go by, my intentionality is such that I do want to bring in news, at least one new who is an expert at creating a strong YouTube channel. So I want both. I want depth. I want to go deep into the content that I want to create for my ideal audience, which now that I've had a few weeks to go out into the world to meet real people, it seems to be converging towards women who want to find love. So that's the very broad niche, but I will niche down more and more and more as the weeks and months go by. I had wanted to have a particular theme or vibe for videos on particular days, and for Wednesdays, I loved the one that I came up with a few weeks back, which is called Niche Nurturing Wednesdays. So here's a video where I nurture my niche in terms of who I want to serve, and there's no real in-depth structure to this, but I do want to share where I am with that, because that will actually determine where I want to take this YouTube channel in the next few weeks and the next few years and the next few decades. So let's dive into what I've done in the last few weeks, which was really good in terms of getting that feedback, which is the main thing, right? I think you watching this, if you leave a comment or subscribe or don't, that is feedback for me. It could be feedback in the sense that I need to just keep doing what I'm doing, or based on what you do, right? Whether it's like or comment, based on what you do, I will do more of that, because the goal is to build this YouTube channel to 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2026, and I don't see any reason why that cannot happen, because I've already been very consistent on this path for the last few weeks and will continue doing so for the rest of this year. Let's dive in. The first win was I went to a networking event last Wednesday, and I introduced myself as a love coach for women CEOs and founders who want to find their life partner. There was a woman I met there. She runs her own business, and we connected on LinkedIn. And then on this past Monday, she sends me a message on her LinkedIn saying that she knows someone else who may know a lot of single female entrepreneurs. So that to me was a big win, because it was clear to me that this woman I had met, one, I communicated with enough clarity and trust for her to reach out to me after 5 days and say that she knows someone, and she also made the email connection between me and the friend that she knows. So that was a big win. And then in the email, I paid very close attention to what she wrote. She said, Aaron is a love coach for women entrepreneurs. So to me, it's a big validation that I have chosen the right niche for now. Of course, we'll have to go a few more weeks and months in to make sure that I'm actually getting paid client. So that was one big win. The other win was that one of the woman from one other city in Canada, she reached out to me on LinkedIn because a friend of hers told her about the work that I do. So those two were quite big wins because now someone reaching out to you to ask for advice or to just inquire more about what business you run is a great step in the right direction. So even though these are small wins, to me they are pointing me in the right direction of what content to create on this channel. And then third, oh yeah, so I mentioned those two, and then the third was I met a divorce coach who said that I'm a very good logical next step for women who've been divorced and now they want to get back into the dating game. I had a wonderful chat with her last week, and she's bringing me into her monthly group, and that is on April 4th. So it's an online meeting where I'll get a few minutes to share who I am and what I do, and hopefully book some calls. So the way my business works is that someone reaches out to me and they say, hey, we'd love to hear more about what you do. And what I say is that, let's get on a free 45-minute call. I just want to get to know about you, what your dream outcome is, and what challenges you're facing in creating that dream outcome. And the model I use, I learned from one of Stephen Kotler's emails where he shares this model called WIBUL. So one, welcome to my home, and then two, I identify heaven and hell. Three, the B is to build a bridge between heaven and hell. WIB, U is unlock the bridge to show them how they can go from one end to the other. And then L is you want to land them on the other side. So here's where you show them that whatever dream outcome they have, they through your process, they can reach the other side. So what I said that my call pretty much follows that format where I say, well, welcome, I'm here for you, share whatever you need to share, go deep into that dream outcome. I usually say 2 years from today, 3 years from today, choose what do you want to feel and where do you want to be, and then go into hell, right? People say we keep going on bad dates, or we don't know how to ask the hard questions, or etc. So the way my process works is that when someone shows interest, I have this 45-minute call with them, and then they say, hey, would you have any paid programs to discuss? I share with them the paid programs, and then we go on from there. So I have closed sales. I have closed sales. My highest rate for an hour being 200 US, but it has not happened since the November of 2023. So it's been a while. So I met the divorce coach. I went for the Vancouver Tech Journal networking event, which I quite enjoyed. So that's one I definitely want to keep going to. And then I'm going to another BNI chapter that I've never visited next Thursday morning. And I got another connection to the largest BNI group in Vancouver. So it's clear that what I'm doing is working slowly but surely. And I know how to unlock those much higher levels of flow in terms of clients and money, as long as I stop doing things that are not working, which I will share further on in this video. The other thing I am doing is listening to two of Alex Hormozi's books in full each day, and I'm going to do that for 100 days. And today is the fourth day. So I started, no, yeah, today is the fourth day. I started on Sunday, then Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday. So that is around 4 hours of listening time per day, which is great because I am soaking in. I'm soaking in the mindset of building a $100 million business. Now, will I get there? Maybe in the next 10 to 20 years. But for this year, again, I'll say my goal is $100,000. And at the end of the book, $100 million offers, Alex says that is the hardest part. Get to your first $100,000 in your bank account. Well, that is my only goal, my only business goal for this year. What else did I do? I went for an a sort of speed networking event, which was quite fun. That was last Wednesday. It was a different format which I quite liked, and I signed up for the next one too. So that was cool. So the way it worked was that you get 10 minutes per person, and you go from one to the next. So it was good to just share. It's good to get to. It's good to just share and get that immediate feedback from people and make sure that you're communicating clearly. And someone actually did show interest in my coaching. We connected on LinkedIn, and I followed up with her with a message, but she hasn't gotten back to me yet. And that's just part of how things go. You reach out to people once and they don't respond. One thing I don't like to do is to follow up, but maybe that's just a silly block that I have, and maybe I should do that. Or maybe I should follow up with people at least once if they don't respond to see, maybe because maybe sometimes people get busy and they don't have time to respond, so why not? So that is something that's outside my comfort zone and I would like to do. The last two is like I don't want to create my own meetup group and networking event because I'll have much more creative control over who shows up and what they do. I find still the biggest weakness of most networking events is that there's no real structure, there's no real format. You just go there and then talk to people at random. There's no sense of like of having productive conversation. So you can make a lot of connections, you can add them on LinkedIn, but then they just mostly fizzle out. They don't go anywhere from there. So one big thing I will actually do is that, you know what, once you connect, book a time to meet on the spot. Book that time in your calendar on the spot so that you don't have to go home. You lose your energy because maybe you go home, something happens, you forget, and then all the hard work you've done of showing up, connecting, is lost. So it does not make sense for people to not connect in that moment. And hey, if you don't want to, just continue the conversation. So that's probably one big tweak I will make, is being like, hey, you had your time to talk. Now take the next 2-3 minutes to just send your calendar booking and book a time to talk longer. So that's probably one big shift that will really bring in a lot more people, because that's my biggest problem. I meet a lot of people, and then usually when I follow up with them, I don't hear back. So what's the point of wasting time? Finally, my YouTube channel. I love being in this studio, and now the last 2 weeks I only came once per week, which did not feel good. It did not feel good because I love the person I become once I walk in, once I plan what I'm going to say, and when I hit the record button, I feel that I am doing a very high leverage activity and I want to do much more of this. So next week I've booked the studio 3 times, and I think the minimum I want to show up here is probably 4 times now that I say it, because I have a lot of time on my hands, and I don't see why I shouldn't maximize that. Why shouldn't I maximize the time to really build this YouTube channel and build my business, and then which frees me up to do a lot more of what I want to do, to just my life enjoy my life, yes, with other people. So now, coming to the challenges, the main one is sleep. It still is. It's slightly improved because I am taking naps, so that feels better. But ultimately, the time I go to bed is the real bottleneck here. It's a real obstacle, problem, whatever. So 9 p.m. I think is my best time to go to bed, and I haven't done that, I think, for a good 6-7 months now. I do want to do that consistently for at least 2 days, and then build up from there. I'm even thinking of doing a 100-day challenge or deep dive. Just go to bed at 9 p.m. for 100 days. That is it. And whatever I cannot do, because of this, I was thinking, one, there are advanced dance classes that go late. And I was thinking, you know what? It's easy to solve that by just paying for private dancing. Just paying an instructor for private dance lessons can solve that, because I don't want to stay. I do want to do this 100-day challenge of going to bed strictly at 9 p.m. every single night and seeing how that changes my life. The other thing that I want to do more of is more being in the woods, which is why moving to North Vancouver is now a very high priority of mine, because I've gone for a few appointments to a heart doctor in North Van, and I also had to go for one other scan in hospital in North Van. So I've been there a few times, and I've just loved the vibe there, because there are probably an infinite number of trails there which I want to explore for the rest of my life. So BC is great for the outdoorsy stuff. I haven't really done much of that here, except for a few hikes, but I want to 100 times that in the next few years, and why not get started now? So in my dream life, I will go to bed at 9 p.m. and then wake up at between 4 to 5 a.m. and go straight for a long hike. Go straight into nature to put me in a good mood, and then do 5 to 8 hours of work, and then in the evening do the same. Just go hiking, and just live in the woods. I quite like that feel, because it does something to you, just being in nature. So sleep is my biggest issue right now. I feel slightly more fluent than I have been in the past. I feel slightly more confident on camera than I've been in the past, which is good. There's definitely been progress in my business. I did not share that. I used LinkedIn lots to do some cold outreach, but that did not work at all. It's really slow, so I need to change how I do that. For now, I'm feeling good with saying that I'm a love coach for women entrepreneurs, because that's what the woman who referred me to her friend used. So I'll just go with that. But it's not specific at all. And there's part of the book, $100 million Offers, where Alex Hormozi goes deep into why choosing a specific niche is critical for your success. And he says, don't make me niche slap you. Choose your niche specifically. So women entrepreneurs is still vague, right? Because there could be millions of them. I need to narrow it down. Maybe 7-figure women entrepreneurs. So let's see. I think that'll be my goal for the next few weeks. But I feel I've come to a good ending point for this video. I'm coming up to 20 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe below if you like what you see. If you want more videos, please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.